Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Just Simply Sports here with me. I am Kaja, rocking the fro. If you're new here, I welcome you. Please like and subscribe. If you're not new, you've been here. As I always say, I appreciate your continued support. Now, I know I said in yesterday's video that we were done talking about the NFL, but it looks like we are not done talking about it. There have been some comments and some questions and things that have been thrown out on these different sports shows that have really gotten to my soul. And I was like, I gotta come here and talk to y'all about it expeditiously, right? So I'm gonna play this clip really quickly and then get right back into it.
Look, he's been to 5 Super Bowls in 7 years. 7 years as a starter. He's won 3 Super Bowls. He's 3-2 in Super Bowls. MVPs galore, won 3 of them. He's on the path, quite honestly, to surpass Brady in Super Bowl appearances, Super Bowl wins. If you just look at their arc of their career, he's like barely ahead. Not saying he's going to be the GOAT. He's a baby GOAT right now, though.
He's not clearly the best. He's clearly the winningest.
Mahomes
Is clearly
you're going to do this.
it's the facts. I didn't think Mahomes was clearly the best quarterback since 2021. Shady and I have had this conversation ample times. Mahomes is clearly the winningest quarterback in football.
Wait, what do you mean, Shady? Wait,
Whoa, Shady, you getting grouped into
We
that?
had this conversation ample time.
Wait.
Here's what I think.
I'm a little sick, so I'm trying to hold up.
I'll clarify.
Clear, please.
I believe that Josh Allen, as it pertains to ability, has the same ability as Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes has a better coach. I think Patrick Mahomes wins significantly more. I think Patrick Mahomes probably is the best. Hasn't been clear to me since Josh Allen became a big dog in 2020 in that 2021 season when Josh Allen finished top 5 in MVP for 3 of the last 4 years, including winning it this year. I do not think that it is clear.
He starts, his first year starter, they go straight to the AFC game, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay, they lose to Tom Brady.
Yep.
But in that year,
15 touchdowns.
MVP, all type of crazy stats. Okay, that's not good enough, James. I go back again.
Yeah.
And again. Now I'm winning Super Bowls now. So you telling me, and I'm a Josh Allen, that's my friend for real. There's no way you compare any other quarterback, any other player in this NFL that you compare it to Patrick Mahomes.
All right, so you guys just heard a little bit of the conversation. I did not play the full conversation in its entirety for time purposes and, of course, YouTube guidelines, right? Okay. Now, I say this with the utmost respect. Is Patrick Mahomes still the best QB in the NFL? No. He was never the best quarterback in the NFL. However, he is the most accomplished quarterback in the NFL. Stay with me, right? For me, and this is just me, when I think of best quarterbacks, I'm looking at strictly talent. I'm not looking at your accolades and everything else that you've accomplished. Why? Because that's a team effort. As much praise as we give the quarterbacks when they win, and as much, flack as we give them when they lose, it's still a team sport. Okay, Patrick Mahomes is great. I'm not saying that he's not. He's exceptionally talented. I'm not saying that he's not. Generational talent, that he definitely is. But he's also surrounded by other greats. I really feel let's say if you took Patrick Mahomes out, right? And you put someone like Josh Allen in, I think Otto hinted at this. I think Josh Allen would have a ring by now. Now, would he have had as many? Would he have 3 rings, maybe on his way to 3P like Patrick Mahomes was? No, I can't say that. But I do believe that he would at least have 1 ring and 1 Super Bowl MVP. I say that because if you looked at this game, right, the most recent game where he played Patrick Mahomes, AFC Championship, I really feel like it wasn't Josh the reason why they lost that game. For me, it came down to coaching. I said this on another video a while ago, like when the match first happened, was it 2-3 weeks ago now? I really feel like the Bills lost that game because they were out coach, and I feel like more times than not it comes down to that. Think about a few years ago, the last 13 seconds, Josh Allen came off of the field with them having the lead. The defense did not hold up. He doesn't play both sides. Quarterbacks or offense, they're not defense. It's only but so much you can do to win a game. Defense also has to show up and show out. Look at Joe Burrow. Arguably should have been MVP. If we're going by stats, he should have been the MVP. I'm just speaking facts, right? Because numbers don't lie. What you guys keep telling me, right? And look at his defense. I'm like, Joe Burrow is putting up over 30 points, 40 points trying to win games, and it falls flat pretty much because the defense could not stop a cold. It's only but so much a quarterback can do, but when they do win, we're like, oh my God, look at how great he is, and so on and so on and so forth. But when they lose, it's like, man, he's awful, this, that, and the third. So I said to say, I don't feel talent-wise that Patrick Mahomes is more talented than Josh, Lamar, even Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow arguably has the best arm out of all of them. You know, like he's more on a traditional sense, a traditional pocket passer, with with a cool swag. You know what I mean? But he doesn't really run. I think I've seen Joe Burrow maybe run 2 or 3 times, like really run. You know what I mean? And hey, he knows next season he might say, "Look, everybody is running around me. I can do the same thing." You know, so we'll see if he changes up his game a little bit to kind of come into this new wave of dual threat quarterbacks. But that remains to be seen. So I'm gonna put Joe Burrow out of this conversation just because he's not a dual threat quarterback. And when I speak about the talent and I'm comparing Josh and Lamar to Patrick, it's strictly because they all use their legs and their arm, and Joe Burrow more so just uses his arm. I'm not saying he's not talented. For this conversation, that's why I'm not including him in this conversation right now. Just in case you guys are like, she's hating on Joe Burrow. I promise you I am not. I love Joe Burrow. I think he's so freaking cool and just chill. Love his personality, and he's very, very talented as well. But like I was saying, talent wise, I cannot honestly say I feel like Patrick Mahomes is clearly more talented than Josh and Lamar. Respectfully, I love Josh and Lamar, but I have to go by talent. When I'm watching these three play, again, they're all a joy to watch, all exciting, they all do different things and make you want to tune into their games. But if I'm going strictly off of talent, I think Lamar is the most talented. I say that because every single season he ascends and goes to another level. Really and truly, I feel like between last season and this season, last season, I feel like what stops Lamar each time he gets to the point of an AFC championship or, contending for a Super Bowl, I feel like he's so great in the regular season, just like Josh is, right? The difference between Josh and Lamar to me is that in the big moments, like AFC championships, I feel like Josh always shows up. Win or lose, no matter what happens, he always shows up and gives you his best. And I feel like Lamar, when he gets to these moments, I feel like maybe he, as opposed like how Jalen Hurts is like, look, this is me. I'm gonna win. You may not like the way I'm winning, but I'm still gonna win regardless. I feel like Lamar, he always hears in the back of his mind, can he do it? Should he be a quarterback? Should have been a running back? I feel like those different things and expectations that people have placed on Lamar, and his greatness and that with greatness comes expectations, right? There's no way around it. People expect great things from you because you're great. Like without them, if they didn't have them, what are you going to say, right? Then they don't expect much from you. So I guess it's a double-edged sword. But I feel like that's the difference between what has stopped Lamar from really getting to content to go to the Super Bowl and let alone win one. I feel like when he gets past, I know he says he doesn't care about it, but I feel like every time he gets there, there's just some part of him that feels like, I feel like I have to convert and show people that I can win in a traditional way, that I am more than just, a runner. I can also use my arm too. Let me show you, and I feel like because if you ask me, go back to last year, I don't feel like Patrick Mahomes was a better player. I feel like the Chiefs were the better team. They were better coached. They stopped running the ball. The Ravens had the whole season, you're running the ball. Lamar's running using his legs, which is what he's so good at. That's one of his strengths. And then you get to AFC Championship matchup, and then you just stop. You just stop and you try to beat the Chiefs like you're the Chiefs. You're the Ravens. They stopped playing Ravens game of football, and they went over to trying to play a Chiefs game of football. You have to be who you are, and that's one thing I love about the Eagles. Like Jalen Hurts specifically, like he's gonna be who he is, whether or not you like it or you agree with it. You have no choice but to respect it though, because now he's a winner at the highest level and an MVP. So what more can you really say? But in terms of just talent by itself, I can't look at Josh, look at Lamar, and then Patrick and say, you know what, Patrick Mahomes is the best out of all three of them. He's the most, he's the best QB. I don't feel that way. I think his accolades, are what puts him in a different conversation. But again, he's surrounded by greatness. What would he look like without the greatness of Andy Reid? We don't really know, right? Because we haven't seen it. So I would love to see what the next chapter looks like for Patrick Mahomes, respectfully, for all these men, obviously. But because Patrick Mahomes has accomplished so much, I want to see if Travis Kelce decides, he's going to retire. That's someone that has been like his right hand since he's been there. They have that chemistry. They know each other so well. It's like unspoken when you watch them play. What's it going to be like when you have somebody else? I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes won't win without Travis. I do believe he has more rings to win. He's so young, he's so talented. But what does it look like the next chapter? Let's just say Spags decides he wants to retire and they have somebody else coming in on a defensive end. If Andy Reid says, "Hey, after the next year or so, I'm gonna just retire, spend time with my family, grandkids, and all those different things," then what happens? If Patrick decides to go to a different team. I doubt Chiefs will ever let him go. But if he said, "You know what, I want a different change of scenery, I want to try something different, I want to go to Atlanta, or I want to go to Indiana, or whatever have you, I want to go to Carolina," will he still do the same? Really and truly, I don't think that, for me, I can't say if we took out Patrick and we put Lamar in a situation with the coaching staff, mind you, that he has, and we put Josh there, I feel like all three of them will at least have one ring by now. Really and truly. And I say Lamar is the most talented, I think, because every single year he reaches a new level. I have no idea what next year is going to look like for Lamar, assuming he stays healthy, because I feel like every single time he gets there, but he doesn't play the way he knows he can play. Off season, he's focused, he's doing different things, working on different things, and he comes back and he's even better than he was season before. And it's like, man, this is the year, right? This is the year. Look at Lamar. We've never seen this Lamar before. Like, we last year we said the same thing about Lamar. The same thing again about him this year. Like, everybody was like, "Oh no, he's gonna beat Josh." Like, I mean, look at Lamar. Look at Lamar in this team. He's playing this year, 5,000 yards, all these rushing yards. It's impossible that he's not gonna win and get back to the Super Bowl, right? Or at least be able to rematch against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And it did not happen. Mind Mind is a lot, and I don't doubt that Lamar has the heart or the talent. I feel like when it comes to the mind in those big moments, there's something about him that hears all the naysayers and the different questions and the doubts, and he kind of reverts back a little bit. Um, and I feel like that's what kind of stops him. I think once he moves past that, we will see him in Super Bowl, and I feel like eventually, in my heart of hearts, he will ultimately win one. But in terms of just quarterback talent, not on my resume or stats, right? Just by talent, I cannot say Patrick Mahomes is clearly the best out of Josh or Lamar. They are all electrifying to watch, all exciting, all super talented. So for me, it's not a clear answer that he's the best if we're talking about strictly talent. Stats is something different. Like, people talk about Eli Manning, right? He has 2 rings, he beat Tom Brady, but they say that he's not really talented, right? So are we going by Patrick Mahomes' talent, or are we going by Patrick Mahomes' stats? Strictly talent? No, it's a no for me. But what is it for you guys? I'm curious to read your comments, and I will see you, of course, in the next video.